Today, let's talk about the 2025 Ford Fiesta. Looking at this car, it seems like the company was on a mission to completely ruin its own reputation. Bringing a car to the market with this design, what were they even thinking? First, let's talk about the rear design. Honestly, it looks like Ford just copied and pasted the old design. The rear end is absolutely terrible, simple and boring with no excitement whatsoever. What kind of creativity is this? It's clear they just want to fool people into thinking this is a fresh look when it's anything but. And the tires? Don't even get me started. Ford has really dropped the ball with the tires on this car. When you first look at it, you'd expect a car with great grip and handling. But once you actually drive it, you feel like you're controlling a shopping cart. The tire quality is so poor that it compromises the entire driving experience. If you're looking for control and safety, this car completely fails. Now the interior, don't even bother. The latest infotainment system looks great on paper, but once you use it, you'll be wondering if Ford rushed the design. The touchscreen is slow, unresponsive, and frustrating to navigate. I've seen faster systems in cars from the 2010s, and don't get me started on the pointless features they've added. There are so many redundant functions, it feels like Ford was just throwing in random tech for the sake of it. The cabin materials are cheap, and overall the interior feels like Ford didn't bother with quality control. The seats aren't comfortable, and the whole experience feels like you're driving a budget car, not a supposedly premium model. Let's talk about the price now. The 2025 Fiesta is way overpriced for what it offers. I mean, how is the average person supposed to afford this? With the quality of the materials, the lack of innovation, and the poor performance, they've slapped an unnecessary high price tag on a car that barely justifies it. Ford clearly doesn't care about the common man anymore. Under the hood, the engine options are nothing to write home about either. Sure, there's a choice of engines, but none of them scream excitement or performance. The driving experience is mediocre at best, and the fuel economy doesn't make up for the lackluster power. For the money you're spending, you'd expect a car that at least brings something exciting to the table, but this Fiesta just falls flat. And let's not forget about safety. Sure, Ford has added some basic safety features, but it feels like they're just doing the bare minimum to keep up with competitors. The driver assistance systems are nothing special and are nowhere near as advanced as what other brands are offering in this segment. You're paying more for a car that doesn't even have the top-tier safety features that should be standard in 2025. But lastly, Ford is clearly out of touch with what consumers want. They've slapped a hefty price tag on a car with outdated tech, poor design, and below-average performance. It's like they're trying to sell you a car that isn't even worth half its price. It's hard to believe that Ford could have done so much better, but instead, they've delivered a product that's nothing more than a letdown. So, if you're looking for a car that offers quality, value, and performance, the 2025 Ford Fiesta should definitely be avoided. Ford has truly missed the mark with this one, and I can't recommend it to anyone.